Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Monday, January 24th, 2022. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Face-to-face instruction for primary and secondary school students in St. Kitts and Nevis resumed on Monday, January 24th. This follows 2 weeks of online teaching and learning as Term 2 of the academic year commenced on January 10th. Here in Nevis, students of preschools, students of the Nevis Sixth Form College, fifth form students of secondary schools, and students of the Cicely Brown Integrated School resumed in-person sessions on January 10th as the ministry continued to monitor the COVID-19 situation. In a press release issued ahead of the start of Term 2, the Ministry of Education said it is cognizant of the increase in positive COVID-19 cases and instances of other viral infections, which are similarly transmitted and share similar symptoms. The ministry continues to remind everyone to be vigilant during this time and to ensure the measures to prevent the spread of COVID-19 and other airborne illnesses are consistently followed. The well-being of staff, students, and all stakeholders remains of paramount importance to the Ministry of Education, and it will continue to work assiduously to protect the health of those it serves, while ensuring that teaching and learning can continue. The Ministry and Department of Agriculture will host Agenda 2022 under the theme Fostering Economic Growth Through Innovation at the Malcolm Guichard Recreational Park on Tuesday, January 25th, 2022.
The event is the fourth in a series of activities that we're having at the start of the year to outline to our stakeholders what we're doing, what's in store for agriculture in the year ahead. The theme for Agenda 2022 is Fostering Economic Growth Through Innovation. What we're seeking to ensure is that agriculture receives or retains that prominence as an economic driver. We all know that agriculture is important, but how important, I don't think many of us understand and appreciate the importance of this activity.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Huey Sargent, also outlined what persons can expect at the event.
We have someone from the Department of Agriculture doing a review of what were our achievements in 2021, and then we have the presentation of our work plan for 2022. We're looking ahead as well to reignite our farmers, both livestock and crop, and we're going to do a presentation about the production process. We have another presentation about the marketing process. That is, how do you get the products and the items that you produce from the farmer to the consumer. Those are some of the activities, as well as we have a presentation from the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, who will talk about the economic impact of agriculture to the economy of Nevis. Of course, we know that in our current situation, not everyone can come, so we'll be providing some live links both on TV and on social media.
The event will be broadcast live on Nevis Television Channel 99 and Nevis Newscast YouTube channel, as well as the Department of Agriculture's website www.nevisagriculture.com. The event begins at 9 a.m. and will conclude at 12 p.m. on Tuesday, January 25th, 2022 at the Malcolm Guichard Recreational Park at Pennis. Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Mark Brantley, is calling on citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis, particularly young people with a desire to pursue tertiary academic studies, to make full use of the scholarship opportunities that the government has secured from diplomatic allies. This month alone, media notices have gone out inviting persons to apply for scholarships to study in Taiwan, Serbia, and Turkey. However, Minister Brantley said that there are times when the number of applications received is underwhelming. This may be due in part to the fixation that some may have in going to the United States or the United Kingdom. So many of us go and borrow large sums of money and put our families in tremendous debt and expense to get an education that, if you looked carefully, might be available somewhere for free, Mr. Brantley stated on the January 19th edition of the Island Tea radio program. In my view, now there is no magic about where you go to get a degree. A degree is really just a ticket into the park. What you do with it is ultimately what matters. And so, if you got a degree in Morocco, Taiwan, or New York, it really doesn't matter at this stage. It really matters what you do with it, what you do with the education that you got, and that, I think, is most important, Minister Brantley said. Minister Brantley added that studying in countries such as Serbia, Taiwan, Morocco, and similar countries helps persons gain a deep understanding and appreciation of the country's culture, language, and people. I can't emphasize how important that is in today's world to make you more competitive, to make you more appealing to an employer. For example, when you can say, I speak fluent Mandarin, that's a pretty phenomenal thing, he said. It means that if that businessman is doing business with China, is doing business with Taiwan, then you become a tremendous asset to them, he added. The Foreign Affairs Minister encouraged persons to broaden their horizons and look beyond the offerings of the United States to enjoy the world of opportunities that other countries have to offer. Still to come, workshop held to further equip officers to investigate and prosecute money laundering offenses. The details when we return.
My name is Jaden Walters.
And my name is Alicia Walters.
And we are proud students of the Nevis International Secondary School. I took the vaccine to protect myself from catching the deadly coronavirus.
And I took the vaccine to protect my friends and family from contracting COVID-19.
Don't wait, vaccinate!
Welcome back. Assistant Comptroller at St. Kitts and Nevis Customs and Excise Department, Desley Greenaway, highlighted the negative fallout that the COVID-19 pandemic continues to have on the local economy. During his appearance on the local radio and television show Working for You, Mr. Greenaway said in 2018 we had imports valued over $877 million, and compared to 2021, we have seen that drop of over $200 million, with valued imports up to $647 million. In speaking to a representative in the supermarkets, we learned that the freight pre-COVID on a 20-foot container was between 4,000 and 6,000 EC dollars, and the 40-foot container to be shipped, the value was between 8,000 and 10,000 EC dollars, Assistant Comptroller Greenaway said. During the pandemic, we have seen the freight increase now, where a 20-foot container was 8,000 and 10,000 EC dollars, and a 40-foot container would cost between 12,000 and 15,000 EC dollars, and of course, that cost would be passed on to the consumer, he said. The Assistant Comptroller also said, I have experienced it where I went to the supermarket pre the COVID-19 virus and I would see cauliflower would cost $7, and during the pandemic, the price increased to $13. The revenue generated from tax collected on imported goods, according to Greenaway, would be used for helping the government to fund several areas, including infrastructure, healthcare, education, and capital projects. With less revenue being collected from taxes, this could affect government's funding in critical areas. Several police officers from a number of departments and units benefited this week from a workshop to improve their capacity to investigate and prosecute money laundering cases as it relates to a variety of offences. The workshop was a result of a collaboration between the Office of the Commissioner of Police of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, RSCNPF, and the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, DPP. The half-day session was also facilitated by the DPP, Valston Graham. The move came as a result of the mutual evaluation that was recently done on the Federation by the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force, CFATF. According to the Commissioner of Police, Haleroy Brandy, although there is a unit in the police force dedicated to conducting money laundering investigations, it is imperative that all officers are able to deal with such offences. He added that as the primary law enforcement agency in St. Kitts and Nevis, it was important for the RSCNPF to develop policies and to host training sessions to enable officers to meet international obligations. The workshop is one of several intended to be held over the coming months. The CFATF is an organization comprising of 24 states in the Caribbean Basin, Central and South America, who have agreed to implement common countermeasures to address the problem of money laundering, terrorist financing, and the financing of the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. And that's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.